Hollywood lied to you. Today, let's set the record straight. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today's video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors in Turlock, California, as well as Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. Now, Hollywood has created such a rumor mill, so many myths when it comes to incarceration. Me having done 24 years as an adult, as well as 3 years as a juvenile in the state systems in California, I can only speak for California. I would leave it up to other content creators that have done time in other states to clear up any of these myths and rumors on their own. Now, I'm going to talk about five myths. There's a lot more. I'm going to talk about five. The first four are really in no particular order. The last one I'm going to talk about is the main one, right? So, with that said, one of the rumors that we see, one of the myths that we see in most prison movies is the biggest guy, he runs the yard. The biggest guy, he's in control of everything. That's one of the biggest lies. Out here in California, the convict population has strict rules that they live by, the politics that they function under. You know, for every convict in California, there's two sets of rules that are being applied to them. Those set by the CDC, the California Department of Corrections, and those by the people they live with and under. And I tell you right now, the rules of the CDC don't mean shit. Not at all. If you break a CDC rule, they might take your phone privileges, your canteen, maybe throw you in the hole for a while. You break the rules of your own faction, you might not live very long. That's the reality. And so, it doesn't matter who the biggest dude on the yard is. It would only matter to his faction. And it doesn't mean that he runs his faction. Because muscles don't mean in prison. You got to have the brains. The guy running things for a faction, he very well may not be the biggest dude. He might not even be the toughest dude. But he's proven, and he's going to be very intelligent. Number two, every day, according to the movies, every day there's fights, there's riots, there's stabbings. Let me tell you something. In California, if you're on a yard that is having a lot of stabbings regularly, that's a trash yard. For there to be that many stabbings, that means there's that much junk on the yard. That means there's dudes on the yard who are no good, who have broken rules of their faction, who have disrespected. I mean, and understand this. Now, I don't know how things are currently right now. I've been out of prison for 9 years. But when you do a sticking in California, you're going on lockdown for 2 weeks. If there's a riot in California, especially a race riot, that's about a year lockdown. Usually around a year, you're going to be locked down. During those lockdowns, the cops are going to pop doors, guys that they don't like, or guys that they're being told, hey, get that guy off the yard. They'll pop his cell, and they'll pop a rival cell. They'll get it on the yard, or they'll get it right there on the tier. They'll get it in the showers, wherever it's at. And more than likely, both groups involved, they're going to have weapons on them. And that gunner in the tower, he's going to shoot. So it's don't get me wrong. You go to prison, you will see stabbings. Rarely in California, on a level 4 especially, rarely will you ever see a fist fight. Nowadays, because everyone is out, no longer in the shoe, the big four, the guys that are the organizations that control California prisons, they're out there now. And so it's very, very rare that you're going to see any type of racial riots. Riots, period, are at an all-time low. One scene that you see in just about every prison movie is the bus pulling up onto the yard. And when guys are being escorted off of the bus, there's always that crowd. Maybe they're behind a chain link fence, or they're just all in a line, and they're taunting all the new guys, what they what are referred to as fish or new booties. And they're, hey, rah, rah, and you don't really hear what's being said, but there's just a crowd, and they're screaming at them, and they're pointing at them, and they're taunting them. We've all seen that in prison movies, right? Let me tell you something. Only the old joints in California can the bus pull up on the yard where people can see it. The newer prisons, the ones that were made in the 80s and 90s in California, they pull up into an area of the prison where R&R is, and receiving and release is what R&R means. And they're placed in holding tanks. They're seen by a sergeant, cleared to go to whatever yard they're going to, right? Because let me tell you something. First of all, again, because of the politics, you're not going to have a Mexican screaming at white or black inmates, Asian, Native Americans, and you're not going to have anybody from any of those other factions yelling at anybody. On top of that, you're not going to have anybody yelling at their own kind. Just because somebody is new to an institution doesn't mean that they're new to the system. And even if they were, you don't know who they are. You don't know who they're related to. You don't know who they're connected to. Dudes are treated very respectfully when they hit a yard. And dudes conduct themselves very respectfully. So that's another one of those rumors that are myths that it always cracks me up. And I'm going to keep it real. I'm completely honest with you guys. Because I've spent so much time, nearly 3 decades, behind walls within the CDC or the CYA, I do not like watching prison movies. I don't believe I've seen American Me like in one sitting. Blood In, Blood Out. I saw that at the movie theaters when I had just paroled in 1993. And I remember sitting in the movie theater, and I went with a group of friends, right? They wanted to see the movie. I sat in that movie theater so damn bored. And people tell me it's a good movie. I swear I wasn't even paying attention. I couldn't wait for the movie to end. I just got from doing 3 years and some change. Still a teenager. I was 19 years old. I'm not a fan of prison movies. Number 4. Here's another one that cracks me up. Everybody's trying to escape all the time. Look. It's very rare that you hear about an escape in California. Usually what you hear about a so-called escape is a walk away from a super duper low level prison. I can't even say prison, a super duper low level facility that's on prison grounds. These guys are doing months, maybe a year, right? They get in an argument with their wife and they can't handle it. They can't take it. And so they walk away from whatever. I don't even know what you call those type of facilities, right? But as far as maximum security prisons in California, it's not even a thought. There's not even a possibility that you're going to be able to escape from a level 4 180 or a level 4 270. Those are two different designed level 4 prisons, the maximum security prisons in California. And California has electric fences around them that if you touch them, don't worry, you escaped. You escaped your body. You either went to heaven or hell. But leave that. But your physical body, it ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Your mind, maybe you can fantasize about being out, but I never ever ever in all my decades, in 24 years, we're just talking about the CDC. In over 24 years in the CDC, I never once heard anyone, not one person ever say, hey, Holmes, check this out. I got an idea. Let's escape. It's not even a thought. I actually think that there are certain factions that would probably look at it as weakness. Like, you can't do your time? What? Is this too hard on you? And it could turn into a headache for you. A headache that leads to holes in your body. Number 5. And this one to me is the biggest lie, again, in regards to California prisons. And that is people's manhood being taken. And you know what I mean. People being assaulted in the worst way. Men being assaulted in the worst way. Turned into punks. Pimped on the yard. Doesn't happen. It does not happen. It's so rare to hear anything like that in California. I just saw an interview with this, I know a lot of you guys aren't going to know who he is. This dude, Crip Mac. And he talked about when he was doing his last prison term that he heard dudes screaming at night because something awful was happening to him. That's a lie. That's a lie. Anybody that takes anything, and no disrespect to that dude, but anything he says, take it with a grain of salt. He has become a character, and he's just playing his role. Because I can tell you one thing. The majority of the factions on the yards in California, if they even think that you have an attraction, they will punish you. Prison is brutal. They're not going to have somebody flaunting that type of mentality and representing them. And yet, even like Shawshank Redemption had that stuff going on, right? And when people want to bring up prison, they always bring up, well, don't drop the soap. Well, I hate to break it to you, but in California prisons, especially the level 4 180s, there's only one man to a shower. There's 2 showers in each section. There's 3 sections. There's 6 showers for 6 men. You're not getting in the shower with multiple people. So when they say don't drop the soap, if you did, you're clumsy. But, I mean, who uses bars of soap nowadays? Everybody's using body wash. Anyhow, I just wanted to talk about those different myths. If there's other ones that you guys have heard and you want me to respond to, you want me to make a part 2 to this, let me know in the comment section. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.